All right, we're rolling. Welcome back to another episode of Life on the Ave. I am sitting here with a good friend. Well, he's my friend whether he likes it or not, Joe McCoy. This is episode 80, so thank you all for tuning in. You sit back, relax. I'm going to go into your bio.
Oh, great.
So relax. I'm going to tell the listener who you are, even though I'm sure most people know you, or maybe their drunk selves know you. So Joe McCoy is an entrepreneur and prominent member of the Trolley and Wilmington and overall Delaware community. He's most known as the owner of Catherine Rooney's Trolley Tap House and Hummingbird to Mars. Joe's entrepreneurial spirit and passion for his work shows in all of his establishments. Whether he knows it or not, his specialty is creating a vibrant and lively atmosphere for all patrons. In Catherine Rooney's, Joe has created the heart of nightlife in Trolley Square and everyone's #1 loop stop on St. Patrick's Day. Rooney's features an Irish atmosphere geared to inspire conversation and acts as a hub for any and all occasions. With Trolley Tap House, he offers fantastic food and a wide selection of craft beer that combined make for an energetic and dynamic scene for folks to sing, dance, play pool, and enjoy arcade games. His speakeasy at Hummingbird to Mars offers a completely different experience to include jazz music, specialty cocktails, and a more tamed environment. Hummingbird to Mars also is known as Delaware's best kept secret, arguably serves as the best espresso martinis as voted in Trolley Trends in Wilmington, and amazing destinations, and an audacious menu for all. Through his ventures, Joe has found a way to offer Wilmington 3 amazing destinations for food, drinks, and fun, all of which offer a different aura for guests and for the young and old. On top of bringing his community places to frequent and have fun, he supports the area by allowing local associations to use his space for meetings and events, providing a safe haven for free thought and enjoyment. Joe has an added interest in having a succeeding business in the 19806, as he also lives in the area. Joe is a family man with a wife, a son, a daughter, and if anyone who lives, eats, sleeps, and breathes the good old Wilmington, it's Joe McCoy. So welcome to the pod. Whoo, that was a mouthful.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I should have read it before I sat down, but welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So let's hear your version of who is Joe McCoy. And first, let's start with the cheers. So Joe brought us some Guinnesses. Shout out, a good Irish bar owner. So thank you. Get this St. Patrick's celebration started early. This is good.
So what do you want to know?
Take it back to the beginning, and you can take that where you'd like. You can start at Christiana Hospital, assuming that's where you were born.
No.
No?
I was actually born in Philadelphia.
Okay. So we're not from Delaware?
Not originally.
Okay, so let's start there.
We moved here probably I was 5, 6. My dad worked for Bell Atlantic, which is Verizon now.
Okay.
And he got transferred to Delaware. And I went to grade school actually in St. Elizabeth's.
Nice.
So... shout out to the Vikings.
Nice. Shout out the Vikings. I'm not a Viking, but I'm probably a Viking hater a little bit. I went to Ursuline. They were our rival in basketball.
So I'm at St. Elizabeth's, and my dad had the great idea to open up a bar.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Catherine Rooney's.
Okay.
So we're clear.
Okay. So what was it?
It's a place called Slip Mahoney's. You know, it's right where Argilla's kind of nano brewery and Pietro's Pizza is. That was the spot where Slip Mahoney's was at. So.
Is that where you lived? That area?
We lived in Pike Creek.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I remember growing up basically in a bar.
Wow.
The bars back then you could smoke in.
Right. The good old days.
There's some
smoking
that remember
or
that.
non-smoking.
Yeah, smoking or non-smoking, which
I do believe those. I do remember
the only
those
separation was like a half wall.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There was no separation.
I cleaned it on the weekends with my cousin. I was probably 10 years old. I did everything in there, dishwashing. Didn't do cooking. A little too young for that.
Okay.
But I remember I was just telling this story to Miss Casey, the principal at St. Anne's. And I remember coming in St. Elizabeth's grade school one day. I got called to the principal's office, Sister Gerard.
Okay.
And I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I get into her office and she sits me down and she goes, "Joseph, where are the cigarettes?" And I'm like, no idea.
Yeah.
Like never smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
This is probably, I'm in 6th grade.
Right. Young.
You know? Yeah.
Young.
And I got flustered. And then I realized at that moment, like, I smell like an ashtray.
Right.
I was the kid that smelled like an ashtray.
The stinky kid in school.
It's unbelievable.
She thought you were ripping ciggies on your walk-in.
I would go from school back to Slip Mahoney's at the time. I would sit at the bar, and 2 wonderful women, Helen and Joyce, ran the bar. But they would be there and they'd be like, "No, hon, You got to carry the one over. Yeah, that's it. You're
Right,
doing
while you're
great.
doing homework.
Yeah, while I'm doing homework.
Oh my goodness,
At a bar.
that's so cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Memories.
Those ladies were very formative.
Oh yeah. Clearly you
youth.
remember them vividly. You know their
Yes,
names.
Yeah, I love them.
If only
so
they could
much
see
so.
you now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So what happened to that bar?
So he had that for about 20 years
Wow.
and ended up selling it.
Okay.
And think, you know what? I'm out of the bar business. I want to be done with it.
Right.
And then the opportunity came up, 2002, right down the street. It used to be Constantino's House of Beef.
That's before my time.
This is way before a lot of people's time.
Yeah.
So this is probably like 60s, 70s.
Wow.
And it was George Constantino, and then next door, which is the Tap House now, was George's next door. So a lot of history in that building. That building is over 100 years old.
Wow.
Was slightly haunted when we
Probably
got
still
it.
is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Haven't noticed anything recently. But,
Okay.
We
could start some rumors.
Well, we have we definitely had some staff experience some stuff there. Let's
That's
put it
cool.
that way.
That's cool.
Yeah. We had I was talking to an interior designer recently for upstairs Hummingbird because we're looking at renovating.
Mm-hmm.
And she had met a client of hers up there, kind of a medium kind of thing. But she'd gone to the bathroom, come back, and she's like, "What happened to the lady here?" And the interior designer came to me and said, "Hey, I met this client. She said she went to the bathroom, saw something in the mirror. Like, what happened to this lady?"
Weird.
And I said, "What did she say?" She goes, "Well, she was upset that she was wondering why all these people were celebrating in the space. Something horrible happened to her." So of course, I started digging deep.
Oh yeah. I would be up all night thinking about this.
So behind us, where Hummingbird entrance is, there's an alleyway between the cigar bar and
Right.
Hummingbird. There's a back staircase there. And
Never knew
there's some
that.
apartments that I guess above the liquor store. And I guess it's back in probably the 70s. But there was two young guys. One of them's name was David. And David went in and I think he was trying to get to George's, because I think George kept the safe where our office is, which would be backed up to kind of where the bathrooms are at Hummingbird now.
Okay.
And this lady, Dorothy Webb, had lived there. She was out just going to have a smoke, and David got freaked out and actually stabbed her.
How in this in the
with
70s?
with a screwdriver. In
This
the
is like
heart.
Clue. This is like Clue, the board
In the
game.
heart, yeah.
Wow. Killed her.
Horrible
Killed her.
experience, yeah. So apparently
Definitely
she's
haunted.
still there.
Definitely haunted.
But,
Wow.
So
okay,
we had
I'm
weird
keeping an
stuff
eye out.
happen when we came in and we were
Yeah.
renovating the space.
Yeah. That's
I
so
just
cool.
remember these are people that I knew in high school
yeah.
who had come to work there, servers and stuff. And one of them, Nick Spot, a big guy. And I just saw him come up the basement, he's like white one time. And he had seen something in the basement. And then this other guy, Kevin Widows, who was a server there, hilarious guy. But I'm coming down the ramp from the kitchen and we put the glassware on the counters and stuff like that. And he was like making drinks and then glassware just kind of started shattering. And I'm like, he looked at me.
How long ago was this?
This is like 2003. 4.
Okay.
He looked at me and I looked at him. And I was like, well, maybe it's like, the glassware coming out of the dishwasher is really hot, put it on cold stainless steel. And he's like, Joey.
Right.
I'm like, we got to get out of here.
We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go. That's our sign. That's
We actually
crazy.
had, so we had a priest come in and kind of bless the place.
Okay, so now we're good.
Yeah, it's good.
Sure.
Not to scare anybody, but that's a little background about the building.
That's so cool.
It's cool. It's horrible for Dorothy, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
R.I.P. R.I.P. Dorothy. So your parents have the opportunity. When did they decide to jump back into this world?
So he took a couple months off, and I think at the time, and I was in high school. I think he had missed it. He'd done some consulting work on the side, some productivity consulting for larger companies, which was successful and stuff. But I think he just missed.
Yeah, the entrepreneurship
atmosphere.
high. Yeah.
The bar high. So the opportunity came up. O'Friel's, which was a premier Irish pub back in the day, a wonderful pub, had just closed down.
Okay.
And that was kind of...
Where were they?
They were I want to say it's a imaging center now.
Okay.
But it's like
But in the city.
you're heading down towards, if you're driving on Pennsylvania Avenue, you're heading downtown.
Okay.
It was right on the right before the Y and everything else,
Okay.
that triangular kind of Flatiron area. But that had just
So
closed.
that crowd was looking for something.
They were looking for something,
Yeah.
and this building had come up and he took a chance on it, and kind of that's where we're at right now.
And was that the birth of Catherine Rooney's? Like,
That
was
was
that
the
the
birth of
name?
Catherine Rooney's, yeah.
Where did the name come from?
Catherine is my dad's mother's first name,
Cool.
and Rooney is my mom's mother's maiden name.
So
it's
cool.
kind of an homage to my two grandmothers.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your parents started Catherine Rooney's, and that how long was it just Rooney's? Like pre-Tap House, pre-Hummingbirds? Is that when you took over?
No.
Before you
Tap
took
House
over?
was there. We had, it was Sierra Hooligans Sports Bar.
Yep.
So this
I
goes
remember.
back
I do
before-
remember that. Yep.
Yes, we had. God, that place was great.
Yeah.
It was funny, but
But you never. That wasn't you. You guys didn't own that.
no, we owned that.
you
We
did?
had renovated space. Yeah,
Okay.
we had that. We had so
Tap
that
House
building.
isn't that old.
No, but we had that space over there, and we had used it as storage, stuff like that. And kind of the lease came up from somebody else, and we're like, "Do you want to expand?" And
Yeah.
sports bars were all the thing. And I just remember picking up all these TVs, which were like so heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
not
Back
like
in
they
the
are
day.
now.
Right.
Yeah, they were like 100 pounds a piece, and we're like, "How the hell are we going to hang all these?"
Yeah. Got to
We
get a
figured
good
it out.
contractor.
Yeah, it was a lot of work on our end, but so we had hooligans, and we just saw the kind of the niche. I think we were visiting. My sister was in Arlington at the time, and we'd seen a couple craft bars and stuff. It kind of where the idea for Hummingbird came to also.
Cool.
But we had saw craft beer kind of taken off.
Yeah.
So we decided to kind of renovate and redo it, and we opened that. God, what is that? 10 years ago now.
Wow, I'm getting old. It feels like everything was just yesterday. So growing up, did you always know, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take care of my family business? Or were you like, I always think my kids are going to be like, I hate real estate, I'm going to do the opposite of what my parents did?
Yeah, I kind of like I said before, growing up in a bar and stuff, and
Right.
realizing, the community and just the characters that come into that. Really meet some very interesting people, very interesting regulars over the years.
Yeah.
I could just off the top of my head, I remember a guy that used to come in all the time. He passed away recently, but his name was Uncle Paulie.
Okay.
And Uncle
He was
Paulie-
everybody's uncle.
Uncle Paulie was missing his front teeth.
Oh yeah, I love that for him.
He worked the drive-through at like a KFC, and he would come in and he would sit down and do the crossword
Okay.
and do it within a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Just one of the smartest men I've ever
cool.
met
No
in my
teeth.
entire life.
Yeah.
No teeth.
Great brain.
Great brain.
That's crazy. So what did you do out of high school? Did you go to college, skip college?
Yeah, I got into University of Delaware. I went there.
Nice.
Went there and I partied really hard the first year.
Yeah.
Like super hard, which is
Sheltered Catholic
which is
school
great.
boy. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Out first time freedom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
we
was
all
great.
went through it.
And I ended up, I'm like missing classes. I'm not doing well in school. And I knew I needed to kind of turn myself around. This is when I joined the Marine Corps.
Nice. So how old were you? Like 19, 20?
Yeah, about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I joined the Marines and I was in the reserves. I was actually an armor, which deals with all sorts of small arms weapons, does a lot of testing and stuff like that, and just fixing weapons specifically. And I got deployed in 2006, I believe, end of 2006.
Where'd you
But
go?
when I joined up, it was with a reserve infantry battalion from Louisiana. And I got there and there were 8 other armors, which was way too many for what they needed. So I ended up doing a lot of EOD security, and so explosive ordnance disposal. We find IEDs, and then you're doing security while they're basically blowing them up.
Damn.
Doing patrols and stuff when they need somebody. Just kind of got put into a lot of different roles and stuff. So that was it was northwest Iraq by the Syrian border. It was Haditha.
Wow.
So yeah, it was. God, it feels like I was just telling
I
was telling your husband that it feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
It really does.
Right. We're getting
But,
old.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service. That's amazing. So how long were you deployed for?
In country for 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So That's typically what the traditional route is. And then, demob. So it was every year just for the workup, and then demobbing, coming back and stuff like that was every year.
Wow. So when did you decide you were going to work for the family business?
It just kind of came to me.
Yeah.
I came back. I missed it a lot. I'd taken some classes at Chestnut Hill when I came back also, and University of Delaware. And it started, I'm just going to bartend or something on the side. And I started bartending on the weekends.
You realize you're making money.
Yeah.
So did you drop
money. Yes, I did.
Nice.
I was like,
all the best entrepreneurs are college dropouts.
I'm like, I don't
need this.
I think my perspective changed a lot, obviously, after coming back from war. And, I sat there and I'm in a class with kids that are younger than me, but, the whole problems, all their situations seem so minuscule. Yeah. And I realized that, I remember I was paying for school, and I was working at the time, and I'm trying to get up to Chestnut Hill, which is in Philadelphia. So I was taking the blue route every day.
Yeah.
And
the grind.
I remember the professor had this strict rule about if you're late, we're going to lock the door.
Come. Yeah.
And I was having none of it. I was late by 5 minutes, and I'm pounding on the door. Probably wasn't smart.
Yeah.
But I was I paid for that seat.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's you're I'm over this.
Yeah. I was I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah. My husband, fun fact about him is he went to 4 colleges and didn't graduate from any of them. So he's tried. It's
not for everybody.
Not for everybody. Yes. And I wish he would have learned that a little sooner, but same as you, he was 23 taking classes with 18-year-olds, and he was I got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I was
this is crazy.
I feel like I'm just spinning circles.
Yeah.
So I ended up going back and working the family business. At that time we'd opened up in Newark.
Right. So that's where I knew you from, was from your Newark location. So I was a property manager in Newark for Lang. He was our tenant. And that was back in the day when Rooney's was killing it. We were doing our tenant party there. That was the place.
Party, I remember.
Huge tenant parties at Catherine Rooney's. You guys were doing picture nights. It was a blast. Those were the days. Those were the days.
Picture nights were wild. We had 1,000 pictures that we would bring up from the basement. We'd double bag them, clean them at the end of the night on Thursdays, bring them up. I'd order 2,000 pounds of those.
Ew, how gross were they? After the night.
Well, after the night, we'd have to, it took an hour of running them through dishwashers and then double bagging them in giant black trash cans and bringing them down to the basement.
So
we'd only use them on Thursdays.
Yeah. Right.
So 2,000 pounds of ice, DJ downstairs, full band upstairs.
Oh,
it was wild.
You couldn't move upstairs. You could not move when you were up there.
And that's when Newark had this, they came out with this great rule, which was a 3-strike rule for businesses.
Yeah.
And it was anything minuscule was a point or something. Right. And then if it was a stabbing or something, that was automatic review.
Right.
For the board.
Crazy.
Basically the city council to be able to revoke your special use permit for liquor in the city of Newark.
Right.
So we'd gotten a point for blocking the egress of the sidewalk because the line on Thursday nights
was crazy.
Pretty much down to Kate's at that point. So
good days.
Yeah.
You were running it then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what year did you take over fully? Your parents retire. You're the main guy in charge.
Probably 3 years ago. 4
Yeah,
years
so
ago.
still recent.
Yeah, and I would say probably a little bit longer than that. My dad was kind of he's
I'm
ready to retire.
I'm
you
still
got to
signing
understand
the checks.
He was there 20 years before with Slim Mahoney's, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing this for a little bit. I'm like, I don't even know how you did this for this long.
Wild.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys, I'll say, it's very obvious in recent years, and it's probably a testament to you taking over. There's been a changing of the guard. You can tell Tap House got totally renovated.
Yeah.
The whole vibe in Tap House has completely changed.
Oh, good.
Yes. And I think it went from that was just kind of there to especially once you read the menu and, you guys have great specials and all the beers you guys have on tap.
Yeah.
That place is packed Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even Sundays. It's definitely a testament to all that you're doing. You guys won.
I got a great team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys, and yeah, your bartenders are great. Everybody there is fantastic. So what do you think's on the horizon for you guys? Like, are we going to keep growing this? Or are we chilling with what we got right now?
No, right now it's funny. Somebody was asking me this the other day, and I'm fully committed to like growing the brand and pumping money right back into it. So we talked about, Hummingbird Damar's coming up, maybe doing some renovations. I love that. We got some bigger stuff planned for downstairs too. So
love that.
And so I think right now, just because one of the most important things I think for any business owner out there is finding a balance too.
Yeah. Especially you're a father.
Because I've known the guys that have 6, 7 places, and it's tough to be a balance.
Yeah. You can't be in 7 places at once.
You can't be in 7 places at once. You try to spread yourself, and you start spreading yourself thin, and it comes back really on your family. Yeah. More than anything else.
That's who's affected. And you're
I kind of made a promise to myself.
Good for you. Hey, yeah.
Like the kids are,
while they're young too.
4 and 6. Yeah. And like, I don't want to wake up and then they're teenagers and like
they're
gone.
Out. Yeah. Because it goes like, quick. Where'd that go? Yeah. Ours are 2 and 1. We feel the same way. And you're in such like a niche opportunity, being that all of your places are in one spot.
Yeah. 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 And it's super weird but functional, and it works. Right. I try to keep everything.
You can tell that there's some synergy.
Yes. I try to keep the synergy, especially for the weekends totally and stuff. Different. But that's my main thing, is keeping everything separate. Yes. Separate menus,
separate drinks, separate Instagram pages, separate everything, because we're big on the content. So on before St. Patrick's Day, and of course you're coming up on The Wire, so we have you in on Friday and this is coming out on Monday. Normally we film these like 1 or 2 weeks in advance, so we came up in The Wire. We finally got you, so we're so happy to have you. You have definitely established yourself as like the St. Patrick's Day place to be.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Yes. To say. I mean, I am as Irish as you can get, I think. Maybe there's someone out there more Irish than me. No, so technically probably not as Irish as you can get, but no, I've never been.
You gotta go.
I gotta go. I know. So, I mean, my family, my whole life has been St. Patrick's Day is like our Christmas, right? It's like our best day of the year. I turned 21 at UD, and all my friends were going out in college at UD, and I was like, I'm going out with my family in Trolley. Like, nice. That's how dedicated my family is to St. Patrick's Day. So, since the day I could drink, I've been drinking at Rooney's on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So why do you think that is? Why do you think you guys are the spot to be? We have other Irish bars in the area, right? Not many.
No, yeah, and Logan House does a great job too. I think all the bars do for that holiday. It's just, I think it's just been planted for 20 years. Right. Just being a part of the neighborhood, we try to give back as much as possible. Yeah. Too, and we've really focused obviously on St. Patty's Day and really the entire month of March. We have so much going on this month. So.
You have a clock on the wall, like counting down, right?
The countdown clock.
Yes, the countdown clock. Yeah. All right, so why don't you run through some of your highlights of some of the events you guys going on in March, and these will be available on Trolley Trends, Garmin Group. We'll repost them all, so if you miss any, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Angela give you all the updates for social media. All the tags, and this should be on our website on Monday, because we had to make some last minute promotional changes in here. But we kick it off actually on Saturday. We have a full month of March food feature kind of special sheet. Yep. And it's everything from Guinness braised short rib with,
I love short rib.
We have that. We have made a sandwich with it with Dublin Irish cheddar and smoked Gouda with onion mushroom marmalade, and so there's a lot of good things. The Reuben egg rolls, loaded baked potato soup, the shepherd pie skins, like all this stuff will be available. Actually tonight. Kicks off tonight.
Cool.
On Friday, So
when this comes out, this will all be live and on the menu.
All be live on the menu. You'll be able to order it to go for pickup. DoorDash, Grubhub.
I live 4 blocks away, and we DoorDash Rooney's all the time. Your crab soup is so good. I'll get the crab soup delivered to my house, and I know when they show up, they're like, really? Like, really? But I have kids. Like, what do you expect?
I've done that so many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've done it so many times. When you have kids, you get it. Like, you're like, I have nothing.
Yeah.
I have zero time.
Yes.
DoorDash.
I'm ordering. Yeah. They go to bed, I shut their door, and I'm like, order.
So obviously next weekend's our big weekend with the
Right.
Loop on
So
Saturday.
the 8th, I'll make a PSA. It's the 8th. I've had a lot of people say, well,
Yes.
it's the weekend before St. Patrick's, but St. Patrick's the following. Okay, so the Philly St. Patrick's Day is like that following weekend, like
Yes.
that's whatever. So Wilmington always does the weekend before Philly. So you're pretty much always going to be 2 weekends before the holiday.
Yes, depending when it falls.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and
So
it really
is
has
March
to do
8th. March 8th.
And it's us working with the Irish Culture Club of Delaware because
Yes.
they run the parade.
Yes.
It's,
And
with
you're
the
like an
dancers
honorary.
and
You were
stuff.
voted like last year was your big year.
Oh yes, that was a big one. That was actually
Yes.
my dad.
It was your dad? I thought it was you.
No, they came to me and I said, you know what? If
It's
you
my
can
dad.
drag, he's in Florida right now, but you
Good for
gotta
him.
drag him up.
Good for him.
that.
Okay, so it was
Yeah,
your dad. So what did he get? He got like indoctrinated.
It was the honorary. I forget what they call it. The head
I
of
don't
the
know.
parade.
Yeah. But it was a big honor. I remember it was.
It was
like
a
in the
huge
paper.
honor. They
Yeah.
did. They were supremely generous. They're such a great group.
Great group. The Holy
yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, the Holy's awesome.
Amazing. Will you go to that, or you're too busy here?
No, I'm too
Yeah, you
busy.
can't. Yeah,
but
you can't.
Dave Ireland, the president, and
Great people.
and Jimmy.
We
and
sell
they've been all
T-shirts,
great.
and all of our proceeds go to them.
Oh,
for
awesome.
St. Patrick's
Wow.
Day. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
like
that.
$200-300,
you.
nothing crazy, but
It's-
any
it's
dollar
something.
we
What, are you
make,
kidding me?
yeah, any dollar we make over the break even, we
I'll
donate
take
to them.
$200-300.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, we donate to them. So
What else do we have? So this week, Spuds and Suds,
Love
which
that.
is like 6-hour skins, loaded skins. and
Yum.
250 Miller Lite Yingling drafts. We got
Cheap.
Irish Dessert Day on Monday.
Okay, so today's Irish Dessert Day.
Well, we're thinking
and this
Fat
goes
Monday
out
because Fat Tuesday is
right.
on the
next
4th.
day, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the bread pudding, Bailey's cheesecake, and Guinness brownie
Oh my gosh,
for $5, all made in house.
Love
The
that.
Bailey's cheesecake is unbelievable.
So cheap,
It's really
too.
good.
that's awesome.
Irish Mardi Gras, $6 Irish hurricanes.
Irish Mardi Gras. What a combo. Oh my gosh. Mardi Gras with the Irish. That's like the two probably drunkest cultures.
And then it starts ramping up from there.
Oh yeah.
I would say.
And your music's insane. Like you guys get really good bands.
There's going to be a ton of music this year.
You
Like,
just put
and
out on
not-
Instagram all the bands.
Yeah, and
Yes.
not just on the 8th or the 17th. We
Right.
have it starts on the 6th. There's 6 to 9. There will be music. Patrick Spence trio. There'll be Irish dancers in that
Let's talk
night
about
too.
the Irish dancers. The Irish dancers come. Where do they come from?
They're from the Mickleer Polson School
Yeah.
of Irish Dance.
That's where I Irish dance one
I was
year.
going to ask you.
I did Irish dance 1 year, and that's the school I went to.
Any redhead in Wilmington has.
I was in the parade. I did the whole thing. It was like the rainiest parade of all time. We were
Couldn't do it.
drenched. After 1 year, it was just like I'm
tough.
not like girly, and it's intense.
It's a lot.
It's intense, and the girls,
My nieces do it. They're
and the
incredible.
boys. It was guys and girls in my class, and they were so legit.
Yeah,
like I was
they're
out of
phenomenal.
my league. Yeah,
Eileen, who runs it,
Yeah.
she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
She really is. I'm busy. I don't know how she does it
Yeah.
during March. Between all the
They're
shows,
everywhere.
upstate, downstate, Philadelphia,
Yeah.
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And I don't know how she keeps it straight.
and they're in the parade, so they do the parade, and then they come to you.
They'll come to us. They go all around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're
we don't
amazing.
know when they're in. We will
just show
have
up.
I guess Angela figured it out. Yeah. So they'll actually be in this
Go,
Thursday.
Angela.
This Thursday
Oh, cool.
coming up.
All right, cool.
So next Thursday at 6. And then on the 7th, which we'll have the tent up, obviously, this
when
year.
does the tent go up? Friday.
It'll go up Friday.
All right, cool. So tell us about the tent. So you guys set up the tent what, Friday? We saw you last year set
Yeah,
it
we're
up.
waiting on some permits still from the city, but
Okay,
they're
okay.
great. Tiffany's been the special events coordinator for City of Wilmington.
Love that.
She's awesome.
So you take over all of Delaware Ave, like the section basically from
It really starts at the end of Rooney's all the way up.
to Johnny's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they basically block off that whole section. Huge tent. There's bars, multiple bars in the tent.
Yes.
Tables, waitresses. That's where the Irish dancers will be. At
Yes.
least that's where I typically see
They'll
them.
be all over.
Yeah, they'll be all over.
Yeah, the compound, as we call it.
And that day, it's pretty much like Rooney's and tap houses are almost like one. It feels like while
Oh,
you're there.
100%,
It's just
yeah.
one big.
Yeah. It's just one big party.
Yeah.
There'll be a giant stage outside in the tent. There'll be a stage, the main kind of dining room stage in Catherine Rooney's, and then also in Tap House. So there's always 3 bands playing at once. So
How do you prepare for something like that? Like
months in advance.
Months.
And just years of practice
Right.
and project planning. So there's a lot that goes into it. And there's Angela, who is kind of the director of marketing and events and stuff. She is phenomenal.
I love that. Let's talk
Because
about marketing.
Like,
Yeah, you're a
I'm
go,
an
go,
ideas
go.
person.
Yeah. Then you guys, I would say, are one of the better marketers in this area. I would say. So we have Trolley Trends, which we do a ton of social media,
Yes.
and you
guys
guys
do
are
a great job.
Thanks. You guys do awesome with like the Monday morning. These are our weekly specials. Like you hit that every week.
Yes, that's
You guys crush that. It's Rooney's Tap House.
Yes.
Does Hummingbirds do the Mondays? You guys do the Thursday music posts for Hummingbirds.
for
You never miss that.
No.
Yeah. You guys crush the socials.
That's,
One time,
my sister Kristen does our social media and stuff.
she's amazing.
So.
One time I walked up and I saw your photographer
She was great.
shooting all the foods for the week or whatever. I like saw that like under, I was like, oh, I got the inside scoop. But you guys do phenomenal, I think, with social media.
Thank you.
I think that's just a testament to understanding your market. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Where are your customers finding you?
Yeah.
Instagram, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
Yeah.
But I will say, like, your Instagram followers are probably going to Tap House more so.
Without a
your
doubt.
Rooney's crowd is like
100%.
old school.
So
I've been
we'll keep
sitting
like
in this
Facebook up.
I've been
and,
yes,
email
I've been sitting in this
blasts.
bar stool every Thursday for 20 years.
Yeah, we have a lot. Yeah,
A lot of those.
they're great people.
What's the vibe at Hummingbirds? I've really only been like 3 times, maybe.
So Dom is our manager up there. He's phenomenal. I mean, and he's grown really the last 2-3 years. He's been just a wonderful mixologist.
Yeah.
So he does everything in house. Everything from
Yeah.
the ice. He makes milk punches, bitters, syrups, everything. So really, it's a spot to relax. The music up there is phenomenal. It's a lot of jazz influenced stuff. So we got.
Do you have regulars there? A lot of regulars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do have regulars up there too. Which is it's cool. Like it's kind of the fun thing about where we're at because you have the older crowd at Rooney's and stuff, and the younger crowd when it turns after 10.
It's
and
fun.
you got the the hip young crowd
Yeah.
at Tap House, and upstairs has its own unique
Right.
kind
Combo.
of vibe too. Yeah,
It's a great date night spot.
Great date night spot.
Great date night. Like, because you can start there, have a couple cocktails, a
head
couple
out.
apps,
Yeah.
and then, if the date's going well, continue on.
Hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, if you're taking them to a nice place like that, hopefully it's going well. So let's pivot 100%, 180. You're a dad, you're a husband. How do you manage 3 restaurants, a huge staff of people, all the things going on a day-to-day basis while also, maintaining a healthy marriage and dad life?
My wife,
Yeah.
she puts me in check.
Yeah.
100%.
love
Like I
that.
couldn't do anything without her.
How long have you
she's
guys
like
been
my
together?
anchor. God,
Long time, right?
yeah. This has been 2000. I think we went on our first date. The Phillies were playing.
Good first date.
Yeah, the Phillies were playing. It was a divisional round back in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I can't
what's
believe
that?
I remembered that.
How many years is that? I'm trying
It's
to do
a
the
lot,
math.
so-
15 years, 14 years?
15, 14 years.
Long time. Love
Long
that.
time.
So she knew what she was getting herself into.
She knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she
And
chose
it's
this.
like anything else. Like marriages always work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to take time for yourself. So you have to dedicate time, because it's easy for when you first have kids and stuff, for example.
I'm in that. Yep.
Where you're just like, it's all about the kids and stuff. And then you forget about,
Yeah. Yeah. Because at some
Seeing
point
each
the
other.
kids are going to be out of the house and like you have
Well,
to.
you still got to like each other
Correct.
after the kids are gone.
Correct. Or after they go
I'm
to
sure
bed.
you've had that conversation a couple times.
All the time. I mean, you guys are similar. Like we work together. We're with each other. We're all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one thing I always give advice on when people ask me like, how do you do it? Or do you hate working with your husband? I'm like, we're friends first. Like, so the days that I want to punch him in his face and the days that I'm like, I hate you, at the end of the day, I'm like, I do have that friendship as number one base.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Which is nice.
You got to.
I feel like we couldn't survive without that. What about your kids? Are you going to bring them up in the bars the way you were with the cigarette smokers?
Well,
or?
they're running around already,
Yeah.
a lot. So, it's, they're still too young.
They're young.
So once they get older, we'll see.
So what do you do with kids when you own a restaurant? Like, are you guys just eating that food every day? Like, how do you balance? Because we eat a lot of takeout because we're so on the go. I'd imagine you guys are on the go too.
Yeah, 100%. So either I'll bring something home or we'll DoorDash or like we'll make something,
Nice.
We'll cook.
Yeah.
The kids we try to eat healthy as much as possible, as much as you can.
It's so hard.
It
I
is
mean, you guys are both in shape. Like, you guys are both.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think you're eating the Tap House burgers every night of the week.
No, I couldn't do that. Maybe when I was younger.
Yeah.
But once you hit your 40s and stuff, you're like,
It's a lot harder.
It's like you try to destroy your body when you're in your 20s. And then when you hit 40, you're like, I want to live forever.
Right.
Because I got kids.
Right.
You know?
I got stuff to live for.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to someone that's thinking about getting into this world? Would you do this all again?
Yes. Yeah. You got to have a passion for it. I think, and this is for anybody. Like, find something you love to do. You're going to find the money will come it's hard work. Everything's a grind in life. It's finding something you appreciate and you like to do. And then the money will come.
Yeah.
But it's finding that balance too.
Yeah.
Because that is super important.
Yeah.
Finding that rock you can lean on.
Yeah.
There's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days.
Right. You've been through COVID. You've been through so much, right? Right. We don't need to get into that.
Great.
Yeah. Right. All right. So let's take your 3 restaurants out of it.
Yeah.
That's out of this game. We're going to go through Joe McCoy's tops. Okay. And we're going to go,
Wow.
we're going to go all Delaware. Okay.
Oh my God.
And ideally like northern Newcastle County, right? The listener, is
my
ideally in this area. So let's go Joe's favorites. So are you a coffee guy?
No.
No caffeine at all?
I was a coffee guy.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't know.
Not your thing anymore?
No, I just drink water in the morning and
Good
stuff.
for
It's
you.
kinda weird.
I'm addicted to the coffee. Was your wife a
I
coffee
like
girl?
to tea. She loves coffee.
Okay. So if the
loves
McCoys are out at a coffee shop, where are they likely to be?
She's going to be at Brouhaha just because it's so close.
So convenient.
Not that.
And she's
not
a
that it's
walker.
bad. She's good.
She's walking all
She's
over.
walking.
She walks past this
She
office
is-
10 times a day.
That's her
with the
thing.
dog, with the kids,
Yeah,
walks
she
to
wants
school.
to kill me. She's walking.
Yes.
I need to walk.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes. Same. Or Vince is walking because I kicked him out.
But Sleeping Bird would be a good one.
Sleeping
too,
Bird's
yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, there's so many good spots here.
So many good ones. All right. Besides your own 3 places, where's your go-to takeout?
Ooh.
Because you can't just eat at your own spot, right? You got to get tired of it.
No, but I try to support local.
Right, that's what I mean. So where else will you go?
We've had sandwich from Giadello's. We've had, Southeast Kitchen is a
We're
big one for
huge
us.
Southeast
Pad Thai,
fans because
which is great.
I also think Southeast you can order healthy. Like we'll get
Yeah,
a grilled
100%.
chicken, we'll get a broccoli. Like you can find the healthy item on that. And same with El Diablo, you can make it
Yes,
healthy.
El Diablo.
We eat a lot of El Diablo.
El Diablo's great.
El Diablo catered our wedding for context.
Yeah, but
That's how much El Diablo
literally,
we-
it's like we'll switch it up a lot. So Cafe Verde, those guys are great. They're phenomenal.
Yes, I think
love
they're
those
slept
guys.
on. The blue collar workers love Cafe Verde. If you're in
Dude,
there
it's
during the day,
total sleeper. Total
packed in there.
sleeper.
They have great lunch specials. They're
And they're
great.
just really good guys,
Good dudes.
man. They're really good dudes.
Totally, I totally agree. So if you were going to get happy hour with like your friends and you weren't going to go to your own restaurant, where would you go?
Oh my God. I guess it depends where I'm going out. Like,
Right. Let's say you're in this area. Like, do you ever go to the other bars? Just to, like scope out the competition?
It's
No.
rare just because I'm working
Why
so
would you?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like my hours are like
All the time.
when you're busy,
Right.
it's when everybody else is out doing what they're doing.
Right.
People said that all the time, and I was like, I'd rather like make money when I was bartending. you
Right,
know?
right.
Like I'm gonna see you anyway,
I'm going to hang out with you anyway.
and I'm gonna make money doing it.
And I'm gonna
It's
probably
like
drink,
a winner.
too.
It's a win-win. Yeah. I'm gonna have a shot every once in
Yeah.
a while. Yeah.
Where are you going to take your wife on a nice dinner? Where's your
Ooh.
go-to like hot date night?
God, she's gonna kill me. We haven't been on a date. In a while.
Okay, well, here's your sign. Here's your sign.
Oh. Where would you say? Where did you suggest?
We're big Bardea fans. Huge
Bardea is
Bardea
great.
fans.
Bardea is fantastic.
Yeah, we do a ton of Bardea.
Love Bardea.
Yeah, like if we
Yeah.
get a last minute babysitter, like we're sitting at the bar at Bardea every time. Because you can
so
do just
good.
like a pizza and drinks there.
Yeah, which
like
is
you
great.
can keep it low
That's-
key.
they do such a phenomenal job.
Yeah, big fans of them.
Antimo and Scott's.
The squad,
phenomenal.
They're a Garmin Group client, so they're close in our hearts.
No, good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So no date nights? Come on.
Man, we haven't been on a date.
All right, well here's your sign, Lisa.
Yeah, this is-
shout out. He gave you all the
Sorry,
flowers,
hon.
but
Yeah.
now we need to do that in real life.
Yeah. We need
All
to
right,
go on
good.
vacation.
Let me know if you need a babysitter. You can drop your kids off with us. I already got 2. What's 2 more?
Don't even
Like,
joke.
don't offer.
You have
don't
no idea.
offer. I'm always like, right sign on the line.
My
don't
son-
offer because I will be coming.
My son's 4. He's had 2 concussions and a broken foot.
Everyone says boys are different.
He's bananas.
You're a girl boy, right?
Yeah.
So are we, girl boy.
She's a sweetheart.
Right, that's
I
Murphy.
love my
Angel.
daughter. She's Angel.
Angel.
Rule
Murphy's a rule
follower.
follower. Yes. Yeah,
My son
same.
is an anarchist. He's just
Same. And how far
bananas.
apart are they? 2 years?
Yeah.
6 and 4? Yeah, we're
Broken foot, 2 concussions. He's bananas, dude.
they're built different. You guys gonna have more?
God,
No. Yeah.
I
That's
don't
what
think so. I think we're done.
When people ask us and we're like, yeah, probably, maybe. They're always like, why? You got the millionaire's family. You got the dream. Why do you want to test fate? I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like I have a lot.
Sometimes you're missing, like you feel like you're missing one. Yeah,
I do. And when I had him, the craziest part is I had a horrible labor and whatever, but I'm holding him and I'm staring at him 5 minutes. He's been in this earth 5 minutes. And I'm like, you're my middle child. Like I knew looking him in the eye. Crazy,
All right,
crazy
Vince.
feeling. So yeah, we'll say. All right. Any other businesses you want to shout out? You would know the owner, people that you love in this area that you want to send some love to?
Oh man,
You
there's
love to
so many
frequent?
people. So many people. We already talked about Southeast. He's
Yep.
so funny.
They're the best.
He's
They're
really funny.
takeout outside lines. People are just waiting in the cold. That's how
I
good your
mean,
food is.
We're right down from Kids.
That's how
too,
Kids is the
and
bomb. Yeah, we love Kids.
Yeah.
I hit Kids on St. Patrick's Day one year briefly, but actually they had a decent crowd on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, of course they do.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Yeah, great people.
Cafe Scalessa. It's always been Donnie's awesome. I remember going to his spot when it was back on Green Hill Ave.
Wild.
Wild. Yeah.
I don't remember
that
those
was a wild
days.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild time. But love the food. He's done a
Phenomenal.
phenomenal job.
Yeah.
God, who am I missing here?
I'm trying to think. I feel like you hit most of them. Most of the good trolley ones, at least.
Yeah.
Good. So what
I
do
don't
you
want to
want
leave anybody out because I
to? No,
really
you're good.
like.
I would remember.
I really love the community in this area.
Same.
I mean,
And-
it's why I haven't moved yet, even though I'm right up the street and stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, God, we gotta move. We need more space.
I
I'm
know,
like,
but
I
it's
don't want to move.
and everyone said that to us. As soon as you have kids, you're gonna want to get out. And I'm like, we love it here.
And on the flip
so
side
much.
of that, anybody that's been here with kids and moves out, they're
miss
like,
it.
I totally
we
miss
should have
this
never
area.
done it.
Should never done it.
They miss it, and like
Yeah.
especially while they're little, like they don't need much right now.
No.
Vincent's always like, they're going to need a driveway to shoot basketball hoops and play lacrosse and all that. I'm like, okay, we'll get there. But right now, I'm like, we're going to soak up this city life.
Yeah, and you're gonna have a third. So
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. Anything you want to leave us with? Anything like, keep an eye out for this, besides St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
Otherwise,
God. I'm sure we have some stuff coming up. Angela's gonna kill me.
you guys do a lot in the summer. You guys are,
We do
big on
a lot in
music.
the summer. We're going to do some summer music coming up, obviously on Thursdays again, obviously the weekends.
Yep. Great patio to sit on, both Rooney's and Tap
thank
House.
you.
Great patios. I love when you guys did the big doors at both
Rooney's,
places
yeah,
have the,
yeah.
but Rooney's was like a huge difference. Yeah, great place to take the kids. You have a great kids meal.
Oh, good.
Love that you have a kids meal.
Yeah.
Great place to take the kids. Great place to take, lunch, your mom, your dad, all generations. It's,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with all three places.
Oh, you're very kind.
Yes.
Thank
Well,
you.
we appreciate you. It's been awesome to have you on.
Yes.
Joe McCoy, you're the bomb. Rooney's, Tap House, Hummingbirds. Follow them on Instagram. And at the very least, follow Trolley Trends because we repost all your stuff.
100%. Well, happy St. Patty's Day. to
Yes.
everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's
And,
Day. Cheers.
Slancher.
Cheers. Can't wait to drink some of these with you. March 8th in Trolley Square, the Trolley Square Loop. It's going to be a blast. And thank you for joining us. Another
there.
awesome episode of Life on the Ave. Thank you.